On September 25, 2023, unprecedented torrential rains, the most severe in decades, have wreaked havoc on Hainan, the southern island province, resulting in tragic consequences.
Now, when I saw that clip, what you have seen just now, from the YouTuber or the content creator called Albatross, I thought, oh no, here we go again, old news. And he is claiming that the island of Hainan in southern China, very close to Vietnam, was flooded. And I thought, this is just another lie that he's made up, and he's got like 32,000 clicks. Oh, and I was all ready to name and shame. Now, this is the trouble. Sometimes you really have to investigate deep. I looked on Google, I looked at newscasts, I couldn't find anything related to it. And I automatically thought, this is just a little bit of BS. But I did find one webcam, and that convinced me even more. This is more rubbish coming out of the mouth of Albatross. This is the webcam. This was live today on the 26th of September, Tuesday, 2023. Then I searched a little bit deeper. The weather in Hainan in September is wet, with the average of 267 millimeters of precipitation over 11 days should be noted as worsening in previous month, blah, 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 blah. So it's not bad. It's about 31 degrees daytime, maybe about 28 degrees evening time. Near enough the same as here. This is September, this is the rainy season. We get hundreds of millimeters of rain in this particular month. But good drainage, believe it or not, in Cambodia. Fantastic. So then what did I do next? I went to Vensky, to the weather forecast. I dated it back to the 23rd and looked at the weather there, which looked like this. So there you can see some thunderstorms around Hainan Island, not actually hitting it directly, but the rain in the center of this island is like 1, 2, 3 millimeters. Nothing really to write home about. So got very confused whether Mr. Albatross is doing a porky or telling the truth. Don't know. So putting on my Sherlock Holmes hat. I don't have a hat, but just imagine there. I went into a deep dive and I found this. Let's continue. Haikou weather history in the last 24 hours. Now, let's get closer to this. You can see temperature 28, rainy, cloudy, wind 4 kilometers, humidity 90-something%, etc., etc. And okay, more convinced, but attention to detail. I came across this. Official severe weather warnings near Hainan. Near. Now, that sort of makes sense, because if we go back to the weather map here, you can see there's thunderclouds around, but not near enough directly in Hainan Island. Then a link onto that page goes here, which quotes, meteorological station issues an orange rainstorm warning. Monday, 1646, 21 hours ago. Date, 46, September 25, 2023. meteorological station has issued an orange rainstorm warning signal in rainfall in our county. They'll reach more than 100 millimeters within 6 hours. It is recommended that the relevant units and personnel take precautions. So, you would say it's a part truth. 100 millimeters in 6 hours, what's that going to be? What's 100 millimeters? 10 centimeters. That much? About that much? Yeah. Divide that per hour in 6. So you can do the maths, but it's around about just under 2 centimeters per hour, which is nothing really. But the warnings were the thunderstorms, which we saw again on Vensky. So, was Mr. Albatross telling the truth? Well, partly. But I'm sure he got the information or used the material from something like this from, I don't know, 13 years ago, where there were some really bad floods in Hainan Island. But one more piece that I just found, I'm just doing this live actually, was a picture from China Daily. A cruise ship with over 1,800 passengers boarded the berth on Monday, which was the 25th, the international cruise port in Sanya, in a resort city in South China's Hainan province. So that happened yesterday, and there are the actual pictures. But the island seems actually relatively okay. Whether these pictures are true or not, or up to date, that's another story entirely. So what's going on? Basically, I'm rabbiting on over this. Yes, there were some thunderstorms, granted, but it was an orange alert, granted. Around the island, granted. In the island, nothing. Yeah? So be careful of these YouTubers. Sometimes they do a partial truth, but I would say this is not a whole truth. And you really have to put on your Columbo hat or a Sherlock Holmes hat and dig deep to find out what's happening. With me, hopefully, when I do something, and I do something maybe shocking, whatever it is, I do the research and it's 100% and you can believe. But these news channels that constantly say that the Three Gorges Dam has collapsed, the weather, the streets have turned into water, etc., is just something that may have happened, but not in such a big deal. One day, cry wolf will happen to them. I'm going to leave it there for now. Thank you so much for your time. Have a wonderful Tuesday. Bye-bye for now. Cheers.